Hi there, friends. Welcome to this Feel Good Standing Flow. As you guessed it, we will be standing for this whole class. We won't be doing anything down on your hands or anything. But if you do like to use blocks for any of your standing poses, think like side angle you want to block under your hand or wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and have your blocks handy for that. As always, your body, your practice. If I'm doing something that doesn't feel right for you, please by all means skip it, modify it, choose something totally different that you know feels good for you. We will be doing quite a bit of balancing, standing balancing. So if you want to be closer to a wall or a piece of furniture that you can hold on to for those poses, that would be awesome. And then maybe make sure that you're around a wall space. We'll actually end standing at the wall. Seems a little weird, but just have a wall there for some support. As we get started here, let's come to the front of our mat, and we'll just start with feet, about hips distance apart, and ground your feet down into your mat. So maybe even lift up all of your toes and then take a moment to press each single toe down into the mat. Feel them all root into the earth, and then start to feel that energy coming up through your legs as you start to ground. You can place both hands over your heart, close down your eyes, and start here with some deep intentional breaths. Big breaths in, filling the lungs in all directions. Big breaths out. As we flow today, let's focus on slowing it down just a little bit. And that doesn't mean that every movement that we take has to be super slow and focused, but maybe just giving yourself this time on your mat without the external distractions, to-do lists, all of that. Sometimes we feel like life is moving and fast forward, and we're always focused on the next thing. So just be in this moment on your mat here with your breath, moving your body, slowing it down. Take one more full breath in. You can let it out through your mouth. And then let's open the eyes, release the hands down by your sides, and we'll start with some just gentle arm swings. I'll turn to face you. This can seem super weird, but this is just a great way to kind of start. Just start by swinging hips a little bit side to side and let your arms just kind of flop wherever they land. Let the momentum work here. This is such a calming nervous system thing that you can just side to side, let the arms go. Do a couple more rounds, and then we'll start to slow it down. So don't abruptly stop. Just maybe make your swings a little bit smaller, and then let the arms continue however they finish. Maybe you can feel a little buzz there of kind of energy and calm going down your arms. At the top of your mat, keep your feet a little bit wider. Let's not put them together just yet. Keep them hips distance. So inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Let the palms touch. And then on your exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Go ahead and bend your knees as you hinge at the hips. We'll take a little forward fold here. We'll start with some half sun salve. And keep a bent knee here to start. We'll inhale, half lift, bring hands to shins, reach your sit bones behind you, crown of the head long. Release back down, and then let's inhale, sweep it on up to stand, arms come out to the sides, reach up overhead, palms touch, and then let's go right back into the second one. Exhale, hinge at the hips, you can have the bend in the knees. Fold it forward into your Uttanasana, you can reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Inhale, take your half lift, get a long spine, keep the feet pressing down into the mat. Exhale, release that back down. Inhale, sweep it back up overhead. Let's do one more. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, and then sweep it on up overhead. You can keep your hands up overhead, palms touching. On your exhale, sit back into Utkatasana chair. Seat goes back, belly's drawing in, arms reach up, framing the ears. We'll be doing a lot of chairs today. We'll take a flow through chair. So let's inhale, rise it on up. Bring the palms together, take a little side bend towards the right. Come back up overhead, exhale, sit back into your chair. Inhale, stand it up, side bend left. We'll do that 2 more times. So exhale, sit back into chair. Inhale it up, bend right. Exhale, sit back chair. Inhale, stand up, side bend left. Last round here. Sit it back into chair. Inhale it up, bend right. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand it up, bend left. This time let's exhale, sit back into your chair. Bring your hands in front of your heart, palms touching. Shift the weight into your right foot. See if you can hover this left foot off of the mat and then step it back behind you and land in a high crescent lunge. So we've got some space between our legs. Can inhale, arms sweep up. Can have a little bend in that back knee if that would feel good. Keep that back leg energetic out through that back heel. Let's open the arms and twist towards the right. So left arm forward, right hand behind. Lead with your heart space. And then let's go ahead and exalt our crescent. So reach that left arm up overhead. Right hand can slide down the back of the left leg. Start to stretch the front left side of the body. And then we'll cartwheel this left hand forward. Right arm will follow. We'll spin to face the left side of the mat and then continue spinning your feet to land in a high crescent lunge facing the back of your mat. Keep those arms up overhead. And then we'll bend and straighten this front leg a few times. So we'll inhale it up, arms just reach up overhead, straighten that front leg. And then on your exhale, open the arms into cactus arms as you bend that left knee. So kind of like a little chest opener back bend here in the upper body. So inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the elbows. Let's do a couple more times. Inhale it up. Exhale and open. Inhale it up. Exhale and open. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Just go ahead and inhale the arms up. Keep the bend in the knee. Let's open up into a twist on the left side. So right hand forward, left hand behind. And then we'll exalt, right arm up, left hand, not applying any like direct weight or pressure, just sliding down that back leg. And then same cartwheel thing here. So we'll reach the right hand forward, left hand follows. We'll spin back to face the front in our high crescent on the right. Arms are framing here. And then let's launch forward and try a little warrior 3 here. So you can bring your hands to heart center. Take little hops with that back foot if you need to. You could place the hands down on blocks in front of you for a supported warrior 3, and we'll lift this left leg up behind us. Keep the left hip pointing down towards the mat. Hands can stay at the heart. They can airplane. They could even reach forward if you're feeling super ambitious or balanced. And then gently place that left foot back down into your high crescent lunge. And then we'll step that left foot forward to meet the right in our chair. Back to that chair. Let's inhale, stand it up, side bend to the right. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Inhale, stand it up, side bend it to the left. Let's exhale, sit back into chair. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Shift the weight into your left foot this time, baby. Hover the right a little bit. Step that right foot back. Inhale, arms sweep up, high crescent lunge. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Slow down. Be here. Let's open into a twist. Right arm forward. Left arm back. Maybe gaze back at that left thumb. And then exalt your crescent. Right arm up and over. Little back bend. Feeling the front of the right side. Start to open. Fun cartwheel. Right hand reaches forward. Left hand follows, kind of like a windmill. And then we'll spin to face all the way in the back of the mat. Crescent on the right. So let's do those bends and straightens with this right knee. So we'll reach up, straighten that right leg. Exhale, knee and elbows bend. Let's do a few more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Let's do 2 more. Inhale it up. Exhale and bend. Up and bend. Let's inhale those arms up. Twist towards the right. Left arm forward, right hand back. Maybe gaze towards that back thumb. Maybe notice 2 sides have a little bit different balance. I do today. And then exalt that crescent. Left arm up and over. Right hand slides down the back. Fun cartwheel. We'll reach it all the way forward. So left arm down, around. Right arm follows. We land back in that high crescent lunge facing the front. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bring the hands to the heart and let's try to come forward for our warrior 3. So if you need to hop this back foot in a little bit a few times, all good. If you need blocks down under your hands, really root down through that left foot into the mat. Reach that right foot back behind you. Keep the right hip pointing down towards the mat. Find a point to focus on that's not moving. And then place that right foot back behind you. Inhale it up, high crescent. We'll step it back forward for our chair pose. Right foot meets the left. And then we'll stand it on up. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands down by the sides. Give it all a little bit of a shake. And then we're coming back for some more chair poses. I could have called this a chair class. We're going to do a lot more too. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit back. Utkatasana. You guessed it. We'll stand it on up on the inhale as we lift the left knee up in front of us into a stork. Exhale, sit it back down. Chair. Inhale, you guessed it, right knee pulls in, stork. So we'll do this a few times. So we'll exhale, sit back, chair. You can just keep the arms reaching up. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, right knee. Let's do each side one more time. Sit it back down. Left knee. Sit it back down. Right knee. Let's sit back down for chair. Stand it on up into stork. Lift that left knee up. You can bring your hands to your hips. We'll take 5 external rotations with this left knee. So we'll just open that left knee out to the side for 5. If you need to hold on to the wall, you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center and we'll open it all the way out to the side. Step that left foot towards the back of the mat. We'll land in Virabhadrasana 2. So we've got our right heel lining up towards the left inner arch. Bend in that right knee, shoulders over hips, arms reach out. Opposite directions, shoulders. Reminder to myself, shoulders away from the ears. Let's inhale, flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior, reach your right arm up and over. And then exhale, come into your extended side angle. So you can bring forearm to the thigh, hand to the mat or block, left arm reaches up and over. Little flow here back and forth between our reverse warrior and side angle. So legs will stay in like the same-ish position, and then we'll just inhale, right arm, stretching the right side. Exhale, side angle, left arm reaches up and over. Get a long line up the left side. Inhale it up. Exhale, side angle. Open the chest. Inhale it up. Exhale, side angle. Let's do one more. Inhale it up. Exhale, side angle. From your side angle, let's continue reaching this left arm towards the front of the room. Spin onto your back toes and then plant your left hand next to your right foot, either on the mat or up on a block. And then open your right arm up into a revolved lunge. Gaze up towards that right hand. And then from here, kind of like we did in our exalted crescent, we'll cartwheel. So we'll start to lift up towards like that twisted crescent. Reach the left arm up and over. Right arm follows. We're spinning the left toes to face the back. Lining up our feet just like we did opposite side here for Virabhadrasana 2. That's kind of a tricky, funky transition, but the more you do it, the more it will make sense. Reach your arms out opposite directions. We're facing the back of the mat. Left foot forward in our Virabhadrasana 2. Take an inhale. On your exhale, start to straighten that front leg. Turn your back toes in slightly. Come onto your left heel and we'll sit towards a Skandasana. And then we'll inhale, come right back to Warrior Two. We'll do this a few times. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, Warrior Two. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, Warrior Two. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, Warrior Two. From your Warrior Two, inhale, turn to face the side of your mat. So we're just turning the left toes forward. Arms come up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward into a wide-legged forward fold. Another spot here, you could have blocks under your hands. You can reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Let's take a few breaths. And if holding this static stretch is like not your jam today, bend your knees, or you could sway your upper body. Take some sort of movement here that would feel good. I'm always a side to side knee bender in this one. That's kind of my jam. Next, inhale. Let's take a half lift. So reach the crown of your head tall, and then grab onto your hips. We'll just inhale, rise it back up into our wide-legged position. Turn your right toes forward, bend your right knee. Take your Warrior Two on the right one more time. And then let's take a half moon. So we'll start to reach forward. You can hop this back foot in a little bit if you need to. Right hand comes to block or the mat. We'll reach this left leg up behind us, keeping the hip open. Flexing through the foot, and then working to open the chest towards the side of the room. Now, find somewhere to gaze in this one that feels comfortable. That might be more down towards the floor. Maybe it's up towards that hand. It's never that way for me. That makes me fall. And then we'll slowly start to bend this right knee. See if you can softly land in a goddess. So place those left toes down. Toes point out. We're in our goddess. Arms sweep up overhead. Let's bring the elbows down, opening through the chest, just like we did in our crescent lunge. And then we'll bring elbows towards one another into like a little cat-cow here in our goddess stance. So do this a few times, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more. Open and close. Come back to your goddess. Turn to face forward, and then that left foot just steps up to meet the right. We're back in our chair. So arms reach up overhead. Let's stand it on up. Lift the left foot into stork. Exhale, chair. Inhale, right foot stork. Exhale, chair. Let's come up one more time. Lift that right leg up for our stork. Bring hands to hips. Take your external rotations with that right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on to the wall if you need to. Open that leg out to the side again. Step it on back. We're in Warrior Two on the left side. Take a moment. Make sure those shoulders are stacked over the hips. Let's all take a big breath in together. Let it out. Flip your front palm on the inhale. Reverse your warrior. Stretch the left side. Exhale, come into side angle, forearm to thigh or hand to block or mat. Right arm up and over. And then flow a few times here, inhaling it up. Exhaling towards that extended side angle. Remember to breathe. Be focused, be intentional. We might be moving, it might feel fast, but let's keep it focused here on our mat. Last one here. Inhale it up. Exhale. Stay in that extended side angle. Continue reaching that right arm forward. Spin onto your left toes. Right hand comes down. Left arm opens up. Revolved lunge. Full breath here. And then we'll inhale, start to come up towards like a twisted crescent, but swing that right arm all the way up and over. Left arm will follow. We'll turn to face the back of the mat, Virabhadrasana 2 on the right. So right knee facing the back is bent. Let's inhale, exhale, sit back towards Skandasana. So come onto the right heel. Turn that left heel in so the toes are pointing out. And we're only lowering here as low as we can. Woo. And still get back up. So that might look like really deep today. It might look like we're up a little bit higher. Just choose whatever feels best. Let's do one more. and up. And then straighten both legs. Turn your right toes to face the side of the mat. Arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, take that wide-legged forward fold. So hinge at the hips. Release it all forward. Let the crown of your head fall down towards the mat. Remember to breathe. Any little wiggles you want to add, or maybe some stillness, you could reach your arms through. Take one more full breath in, full breath out. Next, inhale, half lift. Hands come down underneath the shoulders. Reach the crown of your head long. Hands come to hips. Let's reach it back on up. Turn those left toes forward. Reach your arms out. We're back in that Virabhadrasana 2, bending the left knee. Let's cartwheel forward for half moon. So grab that block under your hand if you need it. Reach that right leg up behind you. Continue rooting down through that left foot. Open your right arm up. Maybe notice a little difference between your two sides as far as balance goes. That's totally normal. One more breath. And then let's slowly, gently step it towards our goddess. So right toes step down. Toes are pointing out. Let's just do a few pulses here. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn it back forward. Land in your chair pose. Let's stand it on up. We've just got a couple more chairs. Let's inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, sit back into your chair. This time, let's stand it on up. Lift that left leg up towards stork, just like we did. And then start to open your arms and twist, like we've done in our crescent lunge and our revolve lunge. Right arm forward, left arm behind you. Stand next to the wall if you need it. Put your foot on a block or something if you need to. You can take your right hand to the outside of the left knee and help twist. Gaze towards that back thumb. Balance, challenge. See if you can come back to center, keeping that left leg lifted. Open it out to the side, external rotation, take your tree. Maybe your right ankle is screaming. Mine kind of is. Place the foot on the inside of that right leg and then hug it all in. Squeeze both booty sides all in. Root down through the right foot. Find a point to focus on that's not moving. Big breath in. 2, 3. Big breath out. 2, 3. You can release that left foot down. Shake out your right ankle. Give it a little bit of attention. One more side. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, sit back. Utkatasana. Stand it on up. Lift that right leg up into your stork. Take your twist. Left arm forward, right hand behind. Maybe use that left hand on the outside of the right knee. Maybe use a wall. Maybe use a prop. Whatever you need. We're finishing strong here with some balancing. Gaze towards that back thumb if you can. Balance challenge. See if you can keep this right leg lifted. Come back for your stork. Open it out to the side. Take your Vrksasana tree. If you're taking the foot into the thigh, really press the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot, so that we're not pushing out through that left hip. You can grow your branches. Let's do a 3 count in for breath. 3, 2, 1. Breath out. 3, 2, 1. Release that right foot down. Shake out that left ankle. Let's bring hands to heart center. Big breath in. Let it out through your mouth. All right. Now is when you can find your wall space. This will kind of be our quick standing Shavasana, since we're not laying or using our mats for this class. So you can stand like in a Tadasana, however your feet are comfortable. Lean against the wall. So I like to put like my booty and then the backs of my shoulders, and then even maybe like the back of your head if you're, or I'm using my ponytail. Just try to get a long line here, and then whatever's feeling good for your feet, maybe they need to widen a little bit. And then let's place both hands over the heart, close down the eyes. Let's go ahead and root the feet down into the ground, just like we did at the beginning of class. So maybe even lift up the toes, feel all the corners of the feet press, and then simply just put each single toe down. One at a time. Maybe notice some of your toes seem to stick together. That's okay. Well, once your feet have arrived completely on the ground, start to feel a relaxation going up through the feet, almost like an energy connecting with the earth. Continue that energy up through the ankles, the calves, the shins, the knees, up through your thighs. See if you can relax a little through the hips, through the backside, into the low belly. Feel your ribs as they expand and contract with each single breath. With your hands on your heart, feel your sternum rise and fall. Feel your collarbones widen, your shoulders maybe sinking down towards the floor, back towards the wall as they relax. Continue feeling that rooted sensation all the way up through your feet, through your legs, through your torso, your chest, your shoulders, down into your arms, your elbows, your hands. Continue feeling this through your neck, your jaw, your face, all the way up through the top of your head. You can kind of imagine a long line of energy going from the soles of your feet on the ground all the way up through the top of your head. Our lives are constantly on fast forward, always jumping to what's next. See if you can take a few minutes this week to just pause, be, and connect. Slow it down and breathe. Take one more big breath in. Let it out through your mouth. You can gently open your eyes. Release your hands. Maybe give your fingertips a little wiggle. You can step away from the wall, give your feet a little shake. Thank you so much for joining me for this standing practice.